Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tousi TV, your global news channel. We come to you guys with some absolutely shocking breaking news coming from Utah. Conservative activist and media commentator Charlie Kirk, in charge of Turning Point US, has been shot at the Utah Valley University at a rally and a public event. We have some information that's already coming in. We're waiting for some more confirmation about his well-being. There's some graphic footage which we're not going to show you, but we're going to show you what happened earlier on a few minutes ago. Unfortunately, Charlie has now been taken to hospital. His neck was targeted, and the footage that I saw, which I won't show you, is on social media. Extremely graphic. It's not looking too good. We should all keep praying and keeping him and his family in our thoughts. Let's quickly just go and see what happened initially. Yeah, I can't. This is absolutely shocking. Sorry about that. Absolutely shocking what's going on right now out in public against people who are simply just doing their job and trying to make the world and the United States a better place. Charlie Kirk is not an enemy of the people. Charlie Kirk is not even a troublemaker. He simply does events at university campuses to try to spread good messages of conservative values, loving America and Christianity. But of course, some people are not too happy. We have some information about the suspect who I believe has now been arrested, and why this might have been actually happening, what the cause might be. Let's quickly go to the next footage where obviously it shows the people running away. Yeah, the situation is still ongoing. The authorities have now taken control of the Utah Valley University campus. We have some statements already have come in from President Trump, but also some leaders around the world, including Prime Minister of Israel, Netanyahu. But we do have the first footage of the suspect. Well, somebody who has been arrested as a suspect. Then we're going to explain what the cause might have been, who might have been angry. Let's go. Yeah, so that man has been arrested. We will find out exactly if he was the actual suspect or maybe if they arrested somebody else. The radical left have not been too happy with Charlie Kirk. The event that was happening right now in Utah, led by Charlie Kirk, was actually about talking about a very controversial topic, which is actually is a truthful topic. It's about the rise of the gender-confused mass shooters in the United States. Charlie was simply trying to raise awareness about a massive issue with those who don't know what their gender is, but they are going around and targeting innocent people. And of course, he himself has now unfortunately been shot. I'm getting some notifications from our sources. His situation might not be too good, unfortunately. He was about, somebody said in terms of security, it wasn't really well done at the university around, because obviously around these events, Charlie Kirk himself has security, and they try to basically make the area slightly more protected, but it's supposed to be an open event. But for now, as I said, the priority is to have Charlie and his family in our thoughts and prayers. I've just got some breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. We will get this verified, but the first update we have now received is I believe they are telling us that Charlie Kirk has been killed. They are now saying he has died. I'm just going to wait for our second source as well to verify this. As I said, the footage that we saw, the one I saw, some of you already seen on social media, was it didn't look like he was going to recover or survive. I'm just going to wait a few minutes to ensure that update is actually verified from our second source as well. This is an attack on all of us. It's an attack on humanity, of course, but it's an attack on those of us who believe in freedom, who believe in Western values, and who simply want to do our job in media, in new media, and conservative movements in general. I apologize, because obviously this is my job. I have to stay strong to report, but Charlie Kirk is a friend of our movement and what we do on Tousi TV. So for me, it's a little bit personal, and it kind of hits home, unfortunately. And so I'm trying my best to obviously stay focused. But let's just get some reactions that we have already got from some of the world leaders and some of the media commentators and others, both in the UK and in the US, and of course in Israel. Prime Minister Netanyahu said praying for Charlie Kirk. We also have another reaction from another minister in Israel, Deputy Foreign Minister Sharon Haskell, another friend of Tousi TV, say mortified by the shooting of Charlie Kirk. I am praying for him. President Donald J. Trump and the White House have now, they were saying that the shots were fired from a building about 200 yards away from where Charlie was sitting. So it wasn't necessarily somebody who was standing in the crowd. The FBI have taken control. Let's just quickly go to the statement we have received from the White House, and the president has just posted, "We must all pray for Charlie Kirk, who has been shot, a great guy from top to bottom. God bless him." We also have the director of the FBI, Kash Patel, who has now said that we are closely monitoring reports of the tragic shooting involving Charlie Kirk at Utah Valley University. Our thoughts are with Charlie, his loved ones, and everyone affected. Agents will be on the scene quickly, and the FBI stands in full support of the ongoing response and investigation. So that was Kash Patel, the director of the FBI. We also have a number of people in the world of media, both left and right, well, center left and center right, who are also commenting. We have Benjamin Butterworth from the United Kingdom saying the attack on Charlie Kirk is an attack on all of us. There is no point in free societies where your politics justifies violence. He's right. Now, I'm just waiting for the verification of the second update that we've just received. Let's just quickly go to the moment the one suspect was arrested. Yeah, so that's so far the only information we have about a suspect. As we said, the man who shot Charlie did it from a building 200 yards away from where the platform was, where Charlie was sitting with his team and security. So it was it would have been difficult if somebody was close by. As I said, Charlie always has security near him, but unfortunately you're not going to be able to protect everybody. Let's some update. Apologies for this. I just need to check the notifications that are coming in. So I think when I do that, the picture might freeze for a couple of seconds. Hang on. Okay. We will double check the update. I'm going to stay with you guys until we find out more information about Charlie himself. And the horrific part of this is that Charlie Kirk, as I said, was not even if you want to say subjectively speaking, from a perspective of the political left-wingers, he shouldn't even be categorized as a troublemaker, as someone who actually spreads hate. The guy is a Christian, and he's always very calm, he's always very kind, even to people who he debates with, he argues against, and there are many other people on both left and right that we could say, subjectively speaking, well, that guy is a troublemaker. It's still not justified. Anything could happen to you, obviously, in terms of your life, but you can't even say Charlie was a dangerous individual, is a dangerous individual. What you can say, the reality is that Charlie Kirk single-handedly built a very, very successful conservative movement, Turning Point US. Charlie Kirk successfully managed to wake a lot of people up, students. That became a threat. That became something that the left couldn't handle. They couldn't debate with him. They can't debate with him. That's why they've decided to do this instead. They know Charlie has become so good at his job and so good at the conservative movement and new media that people were already talking about, have been talking about over the last few months. Charlie eventually running for president, in 8 years' time, 12 years' time, whenever. People have already been talking about that. These guys know they can't stop him. That's why they want to do this. This is the reality of what we are dealing with on this side. People like myself, our friend Charlie, we are dealing with people who know they can't defeat us when it comes to debating, when it comes to the ballot box. When they fail, they don't accept defeat. They don't do that, they don't concede. They always choose violence. Now, the threat against the West is on different levels right now. We have Islamists already to deal with. We got simple, basically just maniac criminals. That's on the rise. We now have, as Charlie was doing today, the event today was to raise awareness about, as I said, those who are confused about their gender but somehow are mass shooters. He was talking about that. We have that to deal with. You have tribal, multicultural battles all around the Western world. And you've got the lunatic left who see themselves as revolutionaries. Our producers are giving me more intel. Pete Hegseth has also released a statement. An incredible Christian, American and human being. Yeah, Pete Hegseth says an incredible human being, Christian. Prayers for Charlie Kirk. Now, just waiting. I'm just going to get some reaction from you guys while we're here. Apologies again. I'm trying to keep it together. It's for me, obviously, it's a personal thing because of Charlie, but and we have a lot of things coming up. On the 13th of September, a few days from now, in London, United Kingdom, there's going to be a massive rally, a pro-free speech rally led by Tommy Robinson. A lot of people will be worried about security. This is why they do this. The left do this for people to be scared, for people to basically shut up and stop fighting for what is right. They want people to stop turning up at these events. It's horrific. Now, we're getting some updates that the FBI are continuing their investigation, and they are getting more information that we will receive shortly. Unfortunately, I'm still out. Obviously, I'm on my honeymoon. I'm supposed to be obviously enjoying the honeymoon, but the moment I heard about Charlie, of course, it's important for us to continue to do our job. This is exactly what Charlie would want, to ensure that the rest of us, the fellow new media people, do not give up, never surrender, continue to fight for truth, continue to do what is right for you to do. Don't just be scared. I can be scared right now. I can just give up. I can just stop this right now. I can just give up everything I do and just go home and find something else to do. This is not what Charlie would do. We have to refuse to be silenced. We have to keep going. There's some super chats coming. Sue from the US says, I always look to you for for the news. This is unbearable on so many levels. You know, on a personal level, I can say one thing to you guys is we see these things happen every now and then, right? We saw attempts on President Trump's life. There's something, and not just because President Trump survived. Even in the moment, it was horrific. In the moment, I think people saw it as the attack on Trump that day was an attack on the rest of them, on all of us, especially freedom-loving Americans. People still obviously felt horrific, saying, "Oh my God, President Trump, is he alive? Is he surviving?" But we did immediately realize, after a few seconds, he got up and he chanted, obviously freedom. But fight. But within that couple of seconds, everyone I've spoken to, everybody was feeling more, well, horrific and horrified because it was an attack on the Western civilization. But when it comes to Charlie, from my perspective, it's not just that. It seems more real, and it seems more raw and personal. I think it's also because I just saw close by, zoomed in footage of that moment. And because I know him, I think it's different. We will keep going. We will continue. We won't surrender. We won't give up. I'm just double checking for the next couple of minutes to find out if the second update is going to be confirmed or verified. Hopefully not. Hopefully that is not confirmed. Hopefully that's just someone from the hospital messing about. As far as we know right now, Charlie is in the hospital. That's all we know publicly. We're going to go with that. We're still going to go with that until we find out. There's a number of other comments, super chats. Someone says, people will be celebrating this civil war is becoming real. Okay, there's more updates about what I can't say. You know what it is, but I can't. I have a bad feeling, guys. I have a very, very bad feeling about this. About, not just in terms of, some news outlets are confirming this, by the way. I hope it's not true. I have a bad feeling not just in terms of Charlie's life. That's a whole different thing. That's just on a human level. I have a very bad feeling about the reaction. I have a very bad feeling about what's going to come next. I don't think people are going to keep calm. I don't think the conservative movement and young people and anybody who believes in freedom is going to sit back and just mourn or just be sad that Charlie's in hospital or whatever might have happened. Those on Discord, if you tag my name, if you have an update, you tag my name, I get a notification on our Tousi TV Plus chat forum. If you have an update, make sure say it in one sentence so I could actually see the notification. Tag my name and it will come up on my phone while I'm here. I'm just waiting for another credible source to confirm that thing because I don't want to believe it. So Jenny says, Saturday we march for change. We won't be silent prayers for all. We won't be silent. Prayers for all Tousi. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Can I get this? What I'm gonna do, guys, I'm gonna wait and gonna get in touch with our sources to find out if what I've just heard is true. I'm gonna come back in a few minutes if that's okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Maya TC and we are the media.